It's Week 18 of the 2023 season, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Bengals and the Ravens on Sunday night.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment, running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Purdy to throw it on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Holding. Offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
That's caught. It's Shi Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Sutton. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Purdy will set up to throw it here. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Kene Nwangu. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy. And that is incomplete. The Bengals at 14-2 heading into this final week. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Inside handoff, Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Purdy. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Throwing here, Purdy steps away. Got his man complete, Moore. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Purdy to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and goal, Purdy, the quick slant caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Olave holds it in. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. With the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On the give is Nwangu. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Purdy on 4th down. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Purdy now to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Now Purdy. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson going deep here for Watkins. And this one too low. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta.
where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Justin Herbert leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Purdy looking to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Purdy to throw it on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll start out here with the option left. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Third and long, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Purdy with it on third and long. It's caught inside the 25. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
To throw once more on second and 10. Purdy. Touchdown Bengals. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back. field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Again, he finds more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, it's Watson. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd and 5. From the 50, it's Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st down, it's Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Watson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Watson going to try and run it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Second down and goal. Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Shi Smith, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. In prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Bengals, they finished the regular season with another win, their 15th against just 2 losses. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger